So let me start the next topic. It is a initial condition. Initial condition. Okay. So first of all, let me discuss why we required an initial condition. Why we required a initial condition, and what is the initial condition? What is a initial conditions? So if you want to solve any differential equation, suppose I have any differential equation, d square f of x divided by dt or divided by dt square plus df of x divided by dt or dx square plus f of x is equal to 0, right? So if I have any differential equation and our interest is supposed to find out a f of x, right? So if to find out the f of x, we know have different methods, partial differential equation solution methods. So to solve this in a mathematics, it is given with this differential equation, we require some more value, because when we do the differentiation, it will make the constant into the 0. All the constant it converted into the 0. So when we solve the differential equation, we require the initial conditions, right? So if the second order differential equation, we require two value. One is the df of 0 divided by dx, and another value we required is f of 0. If this two value it's given with the differential equation, then we can solve the differential equation. Otherwise we cannot find answer of f of x. So this initial value we required to solve any differential equations, right? So that can be the f of 0 means at the 0 time what should be the at x equal to 0, what is the function value at that time, or at that x equal to 0, what is the function f of 0 and its derivative. That's we require. Now in a network analysis, in a network theory subject or network analysis, or to solve any network which have the R, L and C component. Suppose my network have a R and L component, right? So if I apply, and suppose our interest is to find out the current I of t, this is our function like f of x. Here we want to find out I of t. So if we apply a KVL in this loop, if we apply a KVL, it have the V is equal to voltage across R, which is R into I of t. According to Ohm's law, voltage across R can define as R into I of t, plus voltage across L. So voltage across L, according to Ohm's law, it is L di by dt. L multiplied by rate of change of current passing through it, right? So this forms the first order differential equations. It will form the first order differential equations. So if we solve this first order differential equations, it have different method you already studied, using P and Q method or any other method. So here it is a first order non-homogeneous differential equations, right? So it can, let me divide by L to so if we divide by L, so it is di of t divided by dt plus R upon L I of t plus is equal to V upon L. So if I want to solve this differential equation, we required one initial condition, then and then we can able to solve it, otherwise it's not possible to solve, right? So this differential equation di of t divided by dt plus R upon L I of t is equal to V upon L. Suppose I want to solve it using the P and Q methods. You know, in the P and Q methods, solution of first order non-homogeneous differential equation. So whatever the coefficients of I of t, it is nothing but the P. So R upon L is the value of P, and the constant it is Q, V upon L. So that can be solved using P and Q methods. I of t, it is e raised to minus pt integrations of q into e raised to plus pt dt plus k e raised to minus pt. This is the solution of first order non-homogeneous differential equation using P and Q method, right? You know very well it. So let's substitute, how to solve it. So let's substitute the value of P and Q. So minus R upon L into T integration of Q, which is V upon L, into e raised to R upon L into T dt plus K e raised to minus R upon L into T, right? So to solve this, let's do the integration of this. So integration of e raised to at is e raised to at divided by a. So it is e raised to at divided by a. So V upon L as it is e raised to at into e raised to a divided by a plus k e raised to minus R upon L into T. So LL cancel, right? So e raised to minus at, e raised to plus at is cancelled. So answer is V upon L, V upon R plus K e raised to minus R upon L into T. It is I of T. But we need to find out this K, which is initial value. So how we can find the K? That we can find using if the initial value is given, or if we have the initial value, right? So K can be found by substituting value of K. To find out the value of K, we require the initial condition. So let me substitute the T is equal to 0 plus or the 0. So at I of 0 plus V upon R plus K e raised to minus R upon L multiplied by 0. So it is I of 0 plus is equal to V upon R plus K e raised to 0 is 1. So K can be found V upon R, I of 0 plus minus V upon R. So K can be found using this value I of 0 plus minus V upon R. So we should know what is the I of 0 plus. This is called a initial conditions, and it is required to solve RL and RLC circuit. Without it, we cannot solve the RLC and circuit, right? So if the network have the R and L network which form the first order differential equation, so it is called a first order circuit. And if the network have the L and C, both the components are present, it form a second order differential equations. So in that case, we require two initial conditions to solve a second order differential equations. So before to solve the RL or RC or RLC circuit, we should know how to find the initial value for the RL or RC or RLC network. How to find a initial value? This initial value is not given in a network, it is given in a problem for the mathematics. With the differential equation, initial value is given, but in the network theory problems, it given only the network. So we have to solve the network. So when we apply a KVL and KCL for the RL and RLC circuit, it forms the differential equation, and to solve the differential equation we require the initial conditions. So initial condition we have to find out from the network itself, right? So how to find out initial condition, that is about this chapter. So in this chapter we'll find the initial condition, value of I0 plus value of its derivative d I0 plus divided by dt. If it's a third order differential equation, we required one more initial condition, d I0 plus divided by dt square. Similarly, for the if we require to solve, if we apply KCL, we'll get the unknown node voltage. So to solve the unknown node voltage, we require the initial condition of that node voltage. What is the initial value of this node voltage, right? So in this chapter we will learn how to find the initial value to solve the differential equations from the network, right? So let's see. So we know in a resistance component, right, in a resistance if we change the voltage, current change instantly, right? So in a resistance voltage and current relationship is for the resistor. So in a resistor's current and voltage relationship is, so voltage across resistance, it is R into the current passing through resistance, right? So if we change the voltage, the current of resistance also change the instantly. Current of the resistance is also change the instantly, right? But it not in a case of the inductor and capacitor. So if we see about the inductor, so in an inductor, so voltage across inductor, we know the voltage across inductor in according to Ohm's law, it is L di by dt. L di by dt. So if you want to find out current passing through inductor, it can be found by integrating the both the sides. So current IL, this integration minus infinite to t voltage across inductor is equal to L current passing through inductor, IL of t, current at any time t. So current passing through inductor at any time t, it can define as 1 upon L integration of voltage across inductor, voltage across inductor, right? So current passing through inductor, let's say this voltage, this integration minus infinite to t, it can divide into part. So current passing through inductor at any time t, it can find 1 upon L integrations of minus infinite to 0, right? Or a 0 minus, let's say for the 0 minus VL of t dt plus 1 upon L integration of 0 plus to t V of t dt. So I have divided the integration limit minus infinite to t into the two part, minus infinite to 0 and the 0 to t. Now what is the 0 plus and 0 minus? Let's understand. So before starting, let's understand what is the 0 plus and 0 minus. So 0 plus, it is nothing but the, so it's have the before switching time. So if it this is the point of 0 and this is the point for the 0 minus and this is the point for the 0 plus. So 0 minus and this point, it is a 0 plus after switching and before switching. So 0 minus, it can write as minus 0.0000000000000000001 second, right? Similarly 0 time, it can write at 0.00000 and 0 plus, it can write plus 0.000000000000001 second, right? So in short, I want to tell you the difference between the 0 plus and 0 minus. it tends to 0. It tends to 0. So difference between 0 plus and 0 minus, so there is no any time difference. But 0 plus 0 minus is defined as before switching last event. It is called a before switching last moment. Before switching last moment, right? Before switching last moment, it is called a 0 minus time. પછી switching થઈ જાય છે. Switching may happen from switch may goes from open to close or may close to open. That depends on the switching. So switching may happen from open to close or close to open. But 0 minus is before switching last moment. And 0 time is switching time. Switching is taken place at the 0 time. So it is a switching time. At that time its switching is occurring. And 0 plus it defined as after switching first moment. Switch કર્યા પછીની પહેલી જ moment. So there is no any physical time difference between 0 plus and 0 minus. So whatever the last moment before switching and after switching, whatever the first moment, it is t0 plus, right? So difference, there is physical time difference is tends to be 0. It is like when we are putting our mobile into the charging, જ્યારે આપણે સ્વિચ કરીએ એની પહેલા જસ્ટ એની પહેલા કેટલો ચાર્જ હતો અને સ્વિચ કરીએ એની પછી તરત જ કેટલો ચાર્જ છે એ T0 માઇનસ અને T0 પ્લસ ઇન્ડિકેટ કરે છે. સો સ્વિચ ચાલુ કરો એની પહેલા લાસ્ટ મોમેન્ટ અને સ્વિચ એ T0 માઇનસ ઇન્ડિકેટ કરે અને સ્વિચ પાડી દો પછીની પહેલી જ મોમેન્ટ એ T0 પ્લસ ટાઈમ ઇન્ડિકેટ કરે, રાઈટ? સો આ ખાલી ડિફરન્શિએટિંગ માટે કે બિફોર સ્વિચિંગ it indicate the minus time and after switching it indicating the plus time. So I have taken one example by putting the value, so you can understand there is no any time difference. It is time, it's exactly it vary in nanosecond, right? Change only tends to be a nanosecond. So before switching last moment and after switching first moment. So you remember T0 minus means before switching last moment, T0 plus time is after switching first moment. That is very much important. So right, so current passing through inductor, it's have a two component. One is 1 upon L minus infinite to the 0 minus VL of t dt. So this is nothing but the initial current present in an inductor. So current have in inductor at t equal to 0 minus time. This indicate the current present in inductor at t is equal to 0 minus time. So it can write as IL of 0 minus. Right? Plus another value is 1 upon L integration of 0 to t v of t dt. This is the addition of current once we put into the charge. Like it is like when we are putting our mobile into the charging and આપણે જ્યારે મોબાઈલ ચાર્જિંગમાં મૂકીએ ત્યારે સપોઝ એ 2 કાપા ચાર્જ હોય તો એને ઇનિશિયલ ચાર્જ કહેવાય, લાઈક ધીસ ઇનિશિયલ ચાર્જ ફર્સ્ટ ટર્મ. અને જ્યારે સ્વિચ ચાલુ કરીએ પછી જે ચાર્જ એડ થાય ધીસ ઇઝ સેકન્ડ ટર્મ. એ સેકન્ડ ટર્મ છે કે 2 કાપા છે અને પછી આપણે એને અડધી કલાક માટે ટાઈમ માટે રાખીએ. ટાઈમ ઇન્ડિકેટ ધેટ ટાઈમ, કેટલા ટાઈમ માટે આપણે રાખીએ છીએ. 0 ટુ કેટલા ટાઈમ માટે, 0 ટુ 5 મિનિટ માટે, 0 ટુ અડધી કલાક માટે, 0 ટુ 1 અવર્સ માટે, કેટલા ટાઈમ માટે રાખીએ છીએ. સો ધેટ ઇન્ડિકેટ ધ ટી. So if we keep for the longer time, it will add more amount value. So it is an integrations. So if it have the upper and lower limits have difference is more, it will have the answer is will increase the value of answer, right? So this is that after the switching, whatever the value added in the charging, right? It is like that. So this is after switching, whatever the value add in charge, 0 to t v of t dt is equal to current passing through inductor at any time t. Current passing through inductor at any time t. Now our interest is to find out the current passing through inductor at the after the switching first moment. That means we want to find out the current passing through inductor at t is equal to 0 plus. So let's substitute instead of t is equal to 0 plus. So we'll get the current passing through inductor at t0 plus time, means after the switching first moment, what is the current passing through inductor? So here instead of a limit, it is 0 to 0 plus dt. So 0 plus minus 0, it tends to be a 0. It tends to be a 0. So here upper and lower limit is equal. There is no difference between the upper and lower limit. So answer of this differential term tends to be a 0. So IL of 0 plus equal to IL of 0 minus plus 0. So IL of 0 plus equal to IL of 0 minus. Okay. This statement says many things. This IL of 0 plus is equal to IL of 0 minus will says the many things. It says the current cannot change instantly in an inductor. So whatever the current in an inductor before the switching last moment, it will be the same current after the switching first moment. Inductor does not allow instant change in current. One thing is says inductor does not allow instant change in current. So whatever the current passing through inductor at t is equal to 0 minus, it is the same current will pass through the inductor at t is equal to 0 plus time. Means whatever the current in inductor at t is equal to 0 minus means before the switching last moment, after the switching, after putting into the charge at the first moment, current passing through inductor as it is whatever it was the before the switching last moment. Second thing is inductor charge in terms of current. Inductor charge in terms of current. So you have to remember, inductor does not allow instant change in current, right? And so whatever the current at t is equal to 0 plus, same current will flow at t is equal to 0 minus, right? Similarly, let's derive the conclude for the capacitive network. For the capacitor, so in a capacitor, so if the capacitor have the voltage is Vc of t at any time, it can depend current passing through capacitor Ic of t. So voltage across capacitor Vc of t, it can find as 1 upon c integrations of current passing through capacitor from minus infinite to t, right? This is the Ohm's law. Let's divide this integration into the two part, minus infinite to 0 and 0 to infinite, 0 to t. So let's divide this integration into part. One is the minus infinite to 0 and 0 to t. So first term indicate the initial voltage across capacitor before putting into charge. T is equal to 0 time, it is the સ્વિચિંગ ટાઈમ ત્યારે આપણે એને સ્વિચ ઓન કરીએ છીએ સર્કિટને, કે જેને આપણે ચાર્જ મૂકીએ, મોબાઈલને આપણે ચાર્જમાં મૂક્યું હોય ત્યારે જ્યારે આપણે મોબાઈલની ચાર્જિંગની સ્વિચ ઓન કરીએ, દેટ ઇઝ T0 પ્લસ T0 ટાઈમ, રાઈટ. સો માઇનસ ઇન્ફાઇનાઇટ ટુ 0 મીન્સ ઇટ ઇન્ડિકેટ ધ કે એમાં મોબાઈલ ઓલરેડી આટલો ચાર્જ હતો. તો ઇનિશિયલ ચાર્જ એટલે કે સપોઝ 2 કલાક સુધી ઓલરેડી ચાર્જ હોય અને પછી આપણે ચાર્જિંગમાં મૂકીએ, right. So this is the initial voltage across capacitor. It can represent as Vc of 0 minus, and this is voltage added after putting into the charge. Once we put this capacitor into charge, it will add the initial voltage with this voltage is added in a initial voltage, and will get the voltage across capacitor at any time t. Right. Now our interest is to find out the voltage across capacitor at initial value, because we want to find out the initial conditions. So let's put in this equation initial conditions. So let me put substitute T0 plus. So let me get Vc at 0 plus, it is equal to Vc of 0 minus plus 1 upon C integration of 0 to 0 plus Ic of t dt. So this term tends to be 0 because the upper and lower limit is equal, right. So Vc of 0 plus will get the value is Vc of 0 minus plus 0. So Vc of 0 plus, it is equal to Vc of 0 minus. Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus. So this thing says many things. This statement, this equation will physical interpretation says capacitor does not allow instant change in voltage. Means whatever the voltage across capacitor before switching last moment, same voltage across capacitor after switching first moment, right. So whatever the voltage across before switching last moment, it is after switching first moment, it is the same voltage across the capacitor. So capacitor does not allow instant change in voltage, right. And capacitor charge in terms of voltage. So initial condition, initial voltage in a capacitor, that is Vc of 0 plus equal to Vc of 0 minus, right. Now let have the initial condition at the different time, right. So if we connect the capacitor for a longer time, it will charge, and then after it work as an open circuit. That's how it say. Suppose I have a one resistance and I connect a capacitor which have a switch. So this is circuit. If I switch on, it is like we are putting our mobile into charge. Once our mobile is fully charged, then after it not dissipate any power or it not consume any power, because it is work as a this full charging, right. So once we connect if we switch, if we closed and we connect capacitor to any voltage source for a longer time, right. So it initially work as a short circuit, because initially voltage across capacitor before the switching, there is no voltage across capacitor. Let me first explain it infinite times. So at infinite times the capacitor is charged fully. So voltage across capacitor is reached to the supply voltage. It reached to the supply voltage. Capacitor is charged and it charged fully, and once at t is equal to infinite time, after the there is enough time to charge the capacitor. So capacitor charge up to V volt. So here also V volt and here also V volt. So there is no current take place. So current passing through this circuit, it tends to be 0. right? So current is 0, that means the capacitor work as an open circuit. So at t is equal to infinite times, once the capacitor charge fully, it work as a open switch. Series with a voltage source, right? So this circuit work as an open switch. It work as an open with the voltage source of V, voltage across capacitor. At initially, suppose in this network, the capacitor voltage across capacitor initially at VCU of 0 minus before switching. VCU of 0 minus means before switching, and before switching this network is not connected to any supply. R and C is not connected to any supply. Before switching, switch was open, right? This arrow indicate switch is open before switching. For t less than 0, switch is open, and for t greater than 0, switch is work as a closed. If this arrow indicate this direction, it will closing. That means before t, for negative value of t, switch is open, and for positive value of t, switch going to close, right? So in this network, if you see before switching, so at VCU of 0 minus time, so 0 minus at before switching. So before switching, the R and C not connected to any source, so it is a uncharged, right? So voltage across the capacitor at t is equal to 0 minus, it is 0. It is 0. So 0 voltage can replace with the short circuit. 0 voltage replaced with the short circuit, right? So at t is equal to 0 plus time, uncharged capacitor work as a short circuit. Let write the table. So let's write the table of a different component at equivalent circuit at t is equal to 0 plus and t is equal to infinite times. Let's say t is equal to minus time equivalent circuit. T is equal to what is equivalent circuit at t is equal to 0 plus, and what it work at t is equal to infinite times. This is very much important to understand. So any resistance have a value R. For t is equal to 0 minus means before switching, any component have the value resistance R. After the switching, the component work as a same value of resistance R. There is no any change in that equivalent circuit of resistance. And at t is equal to infinite also, the resistance work as a value of R, value of resistance. Now about the inductor, let's take about the inductor. So any inductor, uncharged inductor, means any inductor which is not connected to any source before the switching, right? Before the switching, it like an open circuit or it component not connected to any source, so it is uncharged definitely. Or any uncharged capacitor, an uncharged inductor at t is equal to 0 plus. So uncharged capacitor means IL of 0 minus is 0. That means uncharged, na? Uncharged. So IL of 0 minus is 0. So at t is equal to 0 plus, as we already know, inductor does not allow instant change in current. So whatever the current at t is equal to 0 minus, it works as the same current source at t is equal to 0 plus. So at t is equal to 0 minus, current passing through inductor, it was 0 because it is an uncharged inductor. So at t is equal to 0 plus, inductor work as an open circuit. It is work as an open circuit because IL of 0 plus is 0 and 0 plus 0 current represent a open circuit. Once the inductor connect longer time with the source, once it's fully charged, it is work as a short circuit. If any inductor it connected to source for a longer longer time, in a steady state condition, it is work as a short circuit. Similarly, if any charge inductor at t is equal to 0 minus time, so at 0 minus time, this inductor have a charge and current is IL of 0 minus, right? It is charge inductor with the current IL of 0 minus current at t0 minus time. Now we know the inductor does not allow instant change in current, so at t is equal to 0 plus, inductor work as a current source and value of this current source is IL of 0 minus. Whatever the current at t is equal to 0 minus, same value current source, it work as a same value current source at t is equal to 0 plus time. Right? If we connect the inductor for the longer time and in a steady state condition, then it is work a current source parallel to a current source. Similarly for the capacitor, if any uncharged capacitor means voltage across capacitor at Vc of 0 minus, it is 0. Uncharged capacitor. So uncharged capacitor at t is equal to 0 plus time, we know capacitor does not allow instant change in voltage. So whatever the voltage at t is equal to 0 minus time, it will work as a same voltage source at t is equal to 0 plus time. So 0 voltage, how to represent the 0 voltage? It is a short circuit. So 0 voltage, it is represented as a short circuit. So any uncharged capacitor at t0 plus time, its equivalent circuit, it work as a short circuit. And once we provide the enough time to charge any capacitor at t is equal to infinite time, it is work as an open circuit. Once the capacitor is fully charged, then it work as an open circuit. Now last, any charge capacitor. Any capacitor which is charge capacitor and initial voltage across capacitor is suppose Vcu of 0 minus. So this capacitor at t is equal to 0 plus time, it work as an voltage source. Value is Vcu of 0 minus. We know capacitor does not allow instant change in voltage. So whatever the voltage at t is equal to 0 minus time, Vcu of 0 minus, it work at t is equal to 0 plus time, it is work as a same voltage source, right? So value of this voltage source is Vcu of 0 minus. Now once we provide the enough time capacitor to charge, then at infinite time it work as an open circuit series with the voltage source of Vcu of 0 minus. So this is the equivalent circuit of inductor, capacitor and resistance at t equal to 0 plus and t is equal to infinite times from the t is equal to minus time. So if the minus time equivalent circuit is this, then it can be replaced at t0 plus equivalent circuit and at t is equal to infinite equivalent circuits. This is very much important to understand, to remember as well as to understand each and every thing why this equivalent circuit is short circuit, open circuit, equivalent current source and voltage source. It is came only from the two equation. One is IL of 0 plus is equal to IL of 0 minus. So inductor does not allow instant change in current. So whatever the current at t is equal to 0 minus time, it will work as a same value current source at t is equal to 0 plus time. Similarly, capacitor does not allow instant change in voltage. So whatever the voltage at t is equal to 0 minus time, it will work at the same voltage source at t is equal to 0 plus times. In a steady state condition means the inductor and capacitor connect for a longer time with any source. It is called its steady state conditions. Connect longer time to any any state, then it is called a steady state condition. In a steady state condition, inductor work as a short circuit. Once the inductor is fully charged in a steady state means it's have a given time to fully charge the inductor. It is called its steady state condition. In a steady state condition, inductor work as a short circuit, and in steady state means the any capacitor connect longer time with any source. Then once it's fully charged, it work as an open circuit. It work as an open circuit, right? So this is the fundamentals you have to be clear in mind for the to solve any initial condition problems. So if you can solve the initial condition correctly, then you can solve the RC or the RLC network. It is required to solve the RLC network. We require the initial condition value to solve the complete solution of I of t or a V of t, right? So these things you have to keep in mind. Now let me solve one problems to find out the initial condition. To find out a initial conditions. So let me take one simple RLC network, series RLC network, and we'll solve a. This is the switch. It is open for t less than 0, and this arrow indicate it is closed at t is equal to 0. So for t greater than 0, switch work as a closed switch, and t less than 0, this switch work as a open switch. R, L, and C. And here the voltage source, right? So if you want to solve this network, or if you want to find out current I of t for t greater than equal to 0, it form a second order differential equations, because voltage across inductor is LdI by dt and voltage across capacitor is 1 upon C integrations of I dt. So if we do one times of differentiation, then LdI by dt convert into the second order differential term. So overall it will give us the second order differential equation, right? And to solve the second order differential equation, we required a two initial condition, I of 0 plus and di of 0 plus of dt. Then we can solve for the I of t, right? So here we are not solving for I of t, but we are in this chapter, our interest is to find out a initial condition from this network. And what initial condition we have to find out? So here we want to find out I of 0 plus di of 0 plus divided by dt and d square of I of 0 plus divided by dt square, right? We have to find out I of 0 plus di of 0 plus divided by dt and d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square. Now to find out the I of 0 plus, procedure is to find out I of 0 plus, procedure is steps. First step is we have to draw the equivalent circuit at t0 plus time. Draw equivalent circuit at t0 plus time. We have to find out I0 plus, then we have to draw the equivalent network at t0 plus time by putting equivalent network of charge, if the inductor is charged or uncharged, then what is the equivalent at t0 plus. If the capacitor is charged and uncharged, then what is the equivalent at t0 plus. So we have to replace all the component at t0 plus equivalent component, right, from the previous table. So let's draw the network at t0 plus. So t0 plus, what about the switch? Switch work as a closed switch. At t0 plus, it is a first moment after the switching, so it is work as a closed switch at t0 plus. What about voltage? So voltage, it is here, it is as it is. Resistance at t0 plus. At t0 minus, what is the resistance? It is R. So at t0 plus, it is work as an R value of resistance. What about inductor? So when we replacing an inductor, before that we have to check this inductor is charged inductor at t0 minus or it is a uncharged inductor. So for that to check the inductor is charged or uncharged, we have to draw the network at t is equal to 0 minus time. Then we'll get the idea it is charged or uncharged. So let me draw the equivalent network at t is equal to 0 minus time. So at t is equal to 0 minus time, switch is open. So this R is not connected to any source. This L is also not connected to any source. Capacitor is also not connected to any source. This is an open circuit at t is equal to 0 minus time, right? So this is the open circuit at t is equal to 0 minus time. So current is 0 at t is equal to 0 minus time. Current passing through this network is 0 to t is equal to 0 minus time. So this inductor and capacitor both are uncharged for this network. We can say for this network, inductor and capacitor both are uncharged because before switching, the inductor and capacitor do not connected with any source. Before switching, this is the diagram of before switching. So before switching, the inductor and capacitor do not connected with any source. So it is uncharged, right? Not connected to any source. So it is uncharged inductor and capacitor. So uncharged inductor at t0 plus, it replaced with what is the equivalent circuit of uncharged inductor at t0 plus. Let's see what is the equivalent of uncharged inductor. So uncharged inductor, it replaced with the open circuit, and uncharged capacitor replaced with the short circuit. So let's replace uncharged inductor with an open circuit and uncharged capacitor with the short circuit. So this is the equivalent circuit at t0 plus, and whatever the current, it is a I0 plus. Current at that time, it is I0 plus. So what is the I0 plus? Our first answer. What is the current in this network? So here this network, here it is in open, so current is 0. For open circuit, current is equal to 0. So I0 plus, it is a 0 ampere. I0 plus, it is 0 ampere. So our first answer is I0 plus is 0 ampere. So what are the steps to solve the I0 plus? Step is we have to draw the network by replacing all the component at t0 plus equivalent component, and then we have to apply KVL, KCL to solve the I0 or V0 plus, right? So here we have applied a KVL to solve the I0 plus, and due to the open, it is a 0 ampere. Now to solve the derivative terms di0 plus divided by dt and d square I0 plus divided by dt, for that step are એના માટેના step to solve derivative terms di0 plus divided by dt and d square I0 plus divided by dt square. For that steps are, first step is we have to draw the network at t0 plus. Draw network for t greater than 0. Draw the network for t greater than 0. So for t greater than 0, switch work as a closed switch. R, L and C. So for this is network for t greater than 0. T greater than 0, switch work as a closed switch. So V voltage is applied to R, L and C, and here the current is I of t. Then next step is apply KVL or KCL as per the what we want to find out. So here we want to find out the current, so we have to apply a KVL. So we have to apply the KVL for the network for t greater than 0. In a network for t greater than 0. So in this network we have to apply a KVL. So let me apply a KVL. So V is equal to voltage across R, it is R into I of t. Then voltage across L, it is L di by dt. Then the voltage across C, it is 1 upon C integrations of it dt. Right? So voltage across R using the Ohm's law, it is R into I of t. Voltage across L using the Ohm's law, it is L di by dt. And voltage across capacitor using the Ohm's law, it is 1 upon C integrations of I of t dt. Now our interest is to find out at t 0 plus. So let's substitute in this equation. Let me call this equation 1. So in this substitute t is equal to 0 plus. So V is equal to R I 0 plus L d I 0 plus divided by dt plus 1 upon C integrations of I 0 plus into dt. Right? Now let's see what this last term indicate. So last term indicate a voltage across capacitor, and in this equation last term indicate voltage across capacitor at t is equal to 0 plus time. Voltage across capacitor at t is equal to 0 plus time. Right? So what is the voltage across capacitor at t is equal to 0 plus time? So at t is equal to 0 plus time, let's see voltage across capacitor. Let's see equivalent circuit of at t is equal to 0 plus. So at t is equal to 0 plus, it's a short circuit. So this is the voltage across capacitor at 0 plus time. So what is this voltage across capacitor at 0 plus time? It is 0. So it is 1 upon C integrations I0 plus dt. This value is equal to 0. So let's substitute. Last term is equal to 0. And our interest is to find out di0 plus divided by dt. So let's make the di0 plus divided by dt as a subject and substitute the value of I0 plus. So I0 plus is 0. So this term is 0. This term is 0. So what is the value of di0 plus divided by dt? It is V divided by L. So I0 plus divided by dt, di0 plus divided by dt, it is equal to V divided by L, ampere per second. Ampere per second. Now to find out d square I0 plus divided by dt square, do differentiate equation 1 with respect to t. Differentiate equation 1 with respect to t. So what is equation 1? This is our equation 1. Let's do the differentiation of equation 1. So differentiation of V is 0. Differentiation of Ri of t is R di of t divided by dt. Differentiation of L di of t divided by dt is L d square I of t divided by dt square. Differentiation of 1 upon C integration of I of t, it is integration and differentiation is cancelled. So it is I of t divided by C. So if you do the differentiation of equation 1, then we'll get the 0 r di of t divided by dt plus L d square I of t divided by dt square plus I of t divided by c. Now let's substitute in above equation t is equal to 0 plus, so we'll get 0 is equal to r di of 0 plus divided by dt plus L d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square plus I of 0 plus divided by c. Now substitute, our interest is to find out d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square. So make this as a subject. So remaining term, substitute the value of I0 plus, it is 0. So this term is 0. Substitute the value of di0 plus divided by dt. So it is equal to minus r upon L di0 plus divided by dt. Substitute the value of di0 plus divided by dt. So minus r upon L, and I0 plus divided by dt is v upon L. So it is v upon L. So it is a minus r v upon L square ampere per second square. Unit is ampere per second square. So value of d square I0 plus divided by dt square, it is equal to minus rv divided by L square ampere per second square. Ampere per second square. So this way we have to find out a initial condition for any network, right? So here I am not solve. Let me solve for the parallel RLC circuit, and we'll find the initial condition V0 plus dV0 plus divided by dt and the d square V0 plus divided by dt. So in parallel RLC circuit, say current I, initially it is closed and then it is open. Here R, L and C. Our interest is to find out, here it is voltage V of t with respect to this reference, and switch is initially closed and then it is open, right? So our interest is to find out, once switch is open, our interest is to find out a V0 plus dV0 plus divided by dt and d square V0 plus divided by dt square. Right? So let me solve for the V0 plus first. So when we are solving for the V0 plus, we have to draw the network at T0 plus. So equivalent network at T0 plus time. So at T0 plus time, the switch work as an open switch. So this current source switch work as an open switch. So this is I current. It is given to RLC circuit. Equivalent of R is R as it is. Now equivalent of inductor. So for that we have to check the inductor is charged inductor or uncharged inductor. So how to check? We can check by draw the network at t is equal to 0 minus. So let me draw at network at t is equal to 0 minus. So at t is equal to 0 minus, what is the position of switch? So position of switch is, it is closed because it is open at t is equal to 0 plus 0 times. So before switching, this switch work as a closed switch. Arrow indicate it is opening. So before switching it is closed, right? So when the switch is closed, there is no current through R, L and C. All the current passing through the short circuit. This I current is passed here. So current passing through R, L and C is 0. So inductor and capacitor are uncharged at t is equal to 0 minus. This indicates the capacitor and inductor are uncharged at t is equal to 0 minus. So we know the uncharged inductor replaced at t is equal to 0 plus, it is replaced as an open circuit, and uncharged capacitor at t is equal to 0 plus replaced as a short circuit. Right? So this I current is divided into the three current passing through R, current passing through L, and current passing through C. And here this our voltage is Vc of 0 plus. Because we have draw the network at t 0 plus, so voltage at node at V0 plus. Now what is the voltage at V0 plus of this network? It is 0 because capacitor, it is short circuit, which make the node voltage is connected to ground. So for this network Vc of 0 plus, it is equal to 0 volt. So our first answer for parallel RLC circuit, V of 0 plus, it is equal to 0 volt. Because of this capacitor have a short circuit, so it will make the V0 plus is 0. It is short circuit through the capacitor. Right? Now next step is we have to find out the dI0 plus dV0 plus divided by dt and d square V0 plus divided by dt. For that we have to draw the network at for t greater than equal to 0. So let me draw the network at t greater than 1. For the draw let me draw network. Let me draw the network at t greater than equal to 0. T greater than 0. So for the t greater than 0, switch work as an open switch. So this current ampere I current, it is applied to RL and C circuit. Switch work as an open. Here I have R, L and C. Okay, here our voltage V of t with respect to ground. So let apply KCL at node V of t. Let apply KCL at node V of t. So this I ampere incoming current, it divide into the three current. One is the current passing through R, another is the current passing through L, and third is the current passing through C. So I is equal to IL IR plus IL plus IC. Right? So I is equal to, how to write IR, current passing through R, in terms of V of t. So it is here the potential is V of t, here the potential is 0. So V of t minus 0 divided by R, current passing through R. How to define the current passing through inductor? So current passing through inductor is 1 upon L integrations of voltage across inductor dt. And how to define the current passing through capacitor? It is C dV by dt. So C, voltage across capacitor, is V of t dt. Okay. So this is, once we apply the KCL, we'll get this differential equations. Now in this equation, let me call this equation as equation 1. So in this equation, put t is equal to 0 plus. So I is equal to V0 plus divided by R plus 1 upon L integrations of V0 plus dt plus C dV0 plus divided by dt. Right? Now what this middle term indicate? This middle term indicate it is a current passing through inductor. So once we substitute t is equal to 0 plus, so middle term indicate the current passing through inductor at t0 plus time. At t0 plus time. So let me see what is the current passing through inductor at t is equal to 0 plus time. So what is the current passing through inductor at t is equal to 0 plus time? What is this current in this branch? This is an open circuit. So current in this branch is equal to 0. So current passing through inductor at t is equal to 0 plus time is 0. So it is equivalent to 1 upon L integrations of V0 plus dt. So this term value is equal to 0. So let's substitute. The middle term is equal to 0. And our interest is to find out dV0 plus divided by dt. And V0 plus is also 0. So V0 plus divided by dt is I divided by C. So we'll get dV0 plus divided by dt is equal to I divided by C. Unit is volt per second. Unit is volt per second. Now to find out the second derivative, d square V0 plus divided by dt, will differentiate equation 1 with respect to t. Differentiate equation 1 with respect to t. So let's see what is the equation 1. So in equation 1, differentiation of I is equal to 0. It is constant, so differentiation of I is equal to 0. Differentiation of V of t is dV of t divided by dt and into 1 upon r. Differentiation of integral term is V of t divided by L, and the differentiation of last term is C d square V of t divided by dt square. So here we'll get answer. It is equal to 0. Differentiation of first term is 1 upon r dV of t divided by dt. Differentiation of middle term is V of t divided by L. Differentiation of last term is C d square V of t divided by dt square. Right? Now substitute in this is equal to t is equal to 0 plus. So 0 is equal to 1 upon r into dV0 plus divided by dt plus V0 plus divided by L plus C into d square V0 plus divided by dt square. Our interest is to find out d square V0 plus divided by dt square. So it equal to V0 plus is 0, so this term is 0, is equal to minus 1 upon RC into dV0 plus divided by dt. What is the value of dV0 plus divided by dt is I divided by C, so it is a minus I divided by R into C square volt per second square. Unit is volt per second square. So in parallel RLC circuit, initial conditions for V0 plus dV0 plus divided by dt and the d square V0 plus divided by dt square. Right? So these are the initial conditions, and let me keep up to this. If you have any doubt, then you can ask.